Hello again and welcome back. Today I'm going to clean and mount this street light onto a pole and clean it. It's really dirty, as you can see. Yeah. A lot of cobwebs in there. So first off, I'm gonna remove the light bulb so I don't accidentally damage it or break it. I'm gonna put it in a metal bucket that I will put in the corner. So now I have removed the light bulb and put it in the metal bucket in the corner, as you can see. And now I'm gonna clean the inside. Make it nice and clean. And after that, the outside. I have now cleaned the clear plastic on the outside and in the inside and cleaned the inside. Unfortunately, the black specks are permanent. This will be after. I have mounted the light bulb thing back in so it doesn't fall out when I'm cleaning the outside. This clip to hold down the clear plastic is also quite dirty. Just look at those cobwebs. That's a lot. Also under the plastic thing there is a little space where a lot of cobwebs are, and we gotta get rid of those too. Really dirty in there. So now I'm gonna clean it with a sanding sponge, or what it's called, and to get rid of algae and lichen. And for that I'm also going to be using a yellow rag and my little brother's toothbrush, as you can see here. After this, the water that comes off is really disgusting and almost black. I then take another, go for it with the sanding sponge. Unfortunately, the plastic isn't white anymore due to it fading to the sun or it turning gray to the sun. This is not cleanable, but it is what it is. The aluminium cleaned up nice. Now we're gonna do the front, and we're gonna once again pull out my little brother's toothbrush and nice and clean it. Now I'm gonna grab a yellow bucket lid to make, when I'm drying it, I can rotate it without the ground scratching the clear plastic on the light, as you can see. I then scrub the back of it and the side grooves. They get nice and clean. Unfortunately, a lot of dirt / gunk is built up in that circle, as you can see, and unfortunately does not come out. I then put a cone behind the light to keep it upright so I can clean the inside, and I'm now going to clean the bolts. The bolts are now nice and clean, and I will put them on a safe place so I don't lose them. I will now clean the bracket, and after cleaning the bracket I put it in the same place. Now I do the plastic piece, and once again I put the plastic piece on the same table. I then got distracted And then I got distracted again by cleaning this cone. And yeah, the light ain't going nowhere, so I cleaned the cone. Now I'll be going to clean the inside half of the lamp. First throw out this really dirty water. Ugh, so dirty. And put in new water in the bucket. I then continue with what I was doing and clean the inside of the aluminium cover. As you can see, there is a lot of debris and cobwebs in there. Luckily for me, the toothbrush perfectly fits in beside the right and all left groove and really saved me some time with my fingers or with a cloth piece because there was a lot of stuff behind. I will now put back the bolts and the brackets. I put back the bolts, but I won't put back the plastic piece because I need to clean the wire first. The cover is now drying and it's still a bit wet, so I'm gonna let it dry for a bit and then continue. I now clean the wire. Look how dirty the wire is. And now I'll grab my cloth piece and start cleaning the wire. I will do this in 2 goes, one for main debris and the second one for extra. Just look at how dirty that is. And now for the second go. I then drop the wire on the ground for some reason and decide to dry it off. By the second drying, I wrap the wire around my neck for some reason and almost hang myself. As you can see here, by the second drying, I wrap the... Oh. The next one is this pole. This pole is aluminum. You can... Yep, that's aluminum. I then drop the pole onto the ground. Then I walked all the way to the end of the alley for some reason and have walk all the way back. And drop it on the ground. At Scrapyard I saw this non-level, so I have to do that later. And drop it on the ground. I then clean it with the sanding sponge to get off all the algae and lichen, as the pole has also accumulated a lot of this. I then dry the pole down, off, and yeah, do some funky with it. I now gonna wire it to the light, but the cone of wires does not have the wire I need. But the kroonsteentje is there, so I'll take that. But since the cone of wire does not have what I need, I unfortunately have to get other sources. Lucky for me, my little brother's PC has this really nice wire here, which I'm going to take. I now have to put the wire into the kroonsteentje and then the light should work. The first one goes in easy and I screw down the screw in the kroonsteentje. The brown wire also goes in easy, as you can see. I screw down the screw in the kroonsteentje, and this wire is now stuck too. And then I managed to mess around with the blue wire for almost 7 minutes. So I cut the footage a bit so it only shows when it's in, or when I put it in. I have now put in the blue wire and I finally screwing down the blue wire in the kroonsteentje. That's no going nowhere. Now I'm going to plug in the light and see if it works. And it is bright. It's bright. My cat also thinks so, but my cat is more interested in the kroonsteentje. As you can see. I then for some reason do this. And now I have mounted on a block from one of my beacons with 2 metal rods, as you can see. I have wired the lamp and I will now turn it on. It's now on and it's bright and I hate the rain. The wire, as you can see, this wire here goes to a haspel, which goes to the shack, which is plugged into the wall. After turning this, removing the plug and putting it back in, the lamp goes back on. For some reason, the light at the end of the alley turns off right here. And yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and adios.